Oh, wait. There we go. Unfortunately, I can't hear the stream to know if it's doing anything, but I guess we'll find out.
And now I wish I knew what the keyboard shortcut was for muting, because this headset does not have a built-in mute
Oh, really?
functionality. Yeah, so I have to mute it from the PC.
See, I can see the mouse moving now, which is weird. I don't quite understand how it does this.
Racial discrimination.
One more thing.
Well, I'm surprised that it's
Okay, wait. So
that
I'm in the
that's
blue.
not. Yeah, I'm the communist.
I suppose it could also be interpreted as the red and blue pill. So in that case, I would be on the side that doesn't want to be where it is. Rabbi Shekels, thank you for the host. What's up, Grim and Bad Guy? How's it going, guys?
So who's Billy and Jimmy?
Two-player attempt.
I'm red.
So
Yeah, I forgot which one is which. Billy's the main guy, the first player brother, right? Okay. It's been a while. Oh, you know what bothers me about this game is that it's very hard to perfect the spin kick.
I changed the settings on my controller to make that better, and it reverted back to the default. So now I'm garbage at it.
Oh crap! All right. It seems like you have to jump and then hit it while you're in the air again.
Yeah, jump and then kick.
Thank you for the lemon, Rabbi Shekels. What's up, Spicy?
More violence against women.
I don't recall fathering you, but you know, maybe I'm just denying it.
Yeah, you were on a Jerry Springer episode or a Maury show episode.
Wow,
I remember when Maury actually used to talk about real things instead of just paternity tests.
Just doing the cheap entertainment. I guess it got more profitable. People prefer to watch the train wrecks.
That's always the case. The train wrecks will prevail.
Oh, get away. Now, how did I take damage from just walking off the side there? I mean, it was like barely a step down, and I fell.
I didn't know you could take damage from that. But then again.
Yeah, I don't know if it was well, I guess according to my health, I haven't really taken much damage at all.
Oh, well, then that happened even in the originals, where it'll act like you fell and took damage even though you didn't.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess I think I figured out the kick. So in like Double Dragon 3, how you have to press both kicks, you only do A and B to jump, and then B while you're in the air, and it does the spin kick.
I guess I'm standing by again.
Just doing our jobs. Oh, is it doing the stand? Oh, I know why it did that. Okay, yeah, this is really dumb, because I had to click over to my other window and fix. I'm using the other monitor for the chat since the resolution for the game is kind of big, and I guess it registers that I clicked over to the other screen even though it's still displaying the game.
Okay, well, as long as it's not a buffering issue, I don't care.
Yeah, nothing like that, I guess. Sometimes that stupid DLive chat, it stops scrolling, and so I have to click over onto it to repair it.
Only the finest engineering.
Oops. I didn't know that was gonna work.
At least you got patrolled.
Oh.
They sure did want to add in more platforming, though.
Yeah, this didn't take long. I forgot how early it started. You just keep that up, then... Oh, so close. Oh! I almost killed myself.
So close again.
That guy just looks very, very angry. I don't even want to...
Look at all these abbeys from The Last of Us 2.
Oh, yeah. Wait, I can hit you? Or was that his fist?
That was his fist.
Okay. Oh, I hate this jump. Really?
Right. Yeah.
It's like, alright, you gotta go all the way back. Oh, that looks really far. I will say though that I felt like I had an easier time getting further in this than I did in Double Dragon 3 even. I have more experience with that. It seems like the bosses you can actually, you actually have a chance at fighting them solo without having to rely on like weapons or much in the way of gimmicks. Yeah. Oh, he's still not going down. That move, that one's new. I don't know how to do that.
When I had the controller settings changed to my sensibilities, I was able to get it more easily. But with the default controls, I have no idea how to get it.
Oh, the obligatory on top of a speeding train or truck level.
And it only took 3 levels to get there.
What is it?
That's another move that does a lot of damage, just like it did in Double Dragon 3. The knee to the face or the elbow to the head.
Yeah, and I used to know exactly how you can do both of them, but at least when I played solo, it's one of those things you have to be careful with because it does a lot of damage, but it also makes you very susceptible to getting hit.
Yeah. Usually I just kick him once to, put him down, and then you can grab a hold of him. Where's Sephi? I have no idea.
Euthanize. We're just euthanizing them. That sounds better than putting them down.
That's true. Oh,
Now commit
alright.
violence. Women.
I do like how they gave you the recovery move, though, where you could just shoot up with a knee.
Yeah, well, that's from the second game.
Oh, I don't remember that. I guess I haven't played 2 as much.
It's much harder to do in Double Dragon 2. If you can do it, then you can coast your way through the game, but it's not easy to do.
I always get weirded out with the way the controls work in 2 because, like your kick goes one direction.
It's always based on whichever direction you're facing.
Yeah.
What attack you'll do, and that's what I don't like about it.
Strange game design choice, but I guess it...
But some of us think the second game is the best in the series.
Mr. Frank with the lemon, thank you. I think for whatever faults it has, I like 3 the best, but maybe it's just because I played it the most.
I played it the least, but I'm probably on that boat now. I played the first the most, but I wouldn't say that's.
First definitely gets the best opening. You can't go wrong.
Well, I
with
mean, the opening to the original is just cinematic. You can't beat the deep narratives, devices, and masterful storytelling of the introduction to the first Double Dragon.
Punch Woman, go.
Yeah,
Anybody?
don't even have them run out of the garage because that would be too many moving pixels on the screen.
Yeah, anybody who hasn't seen the opening to Double Dragon 1, you definitely want to
They
look
should.
that up.
I think it happens in this game. They showed it in this game.
Yeah, I feel like that. I remember that. I think those are mines. Yeah, they blew
Not
up.
really. Yeah. All right, now we're Antifa guys walking around with bats, beating people up in the streets. All we need is a BLM plastered somewhere.
Jackpot.
I think this is promoting negative activities. Gambling in a children's game.
Gonna have to remove all that violence too. They have for guys who are like martial arts experts and whatnot, they have the weirdest way of swinging a baseball bat.
And they have look at how they're holding it too.
Yeah. It's like, what are you guys doing with that thing? It's Oh, this was like the team effort boss battle.
Yeah, they love to do this in this game. There's another level was just straight up just barrage of these guys.
Yeah, it's a Bobo, I think, and I don't know the other two guys. The guy with the mask is from a different game too, right?
He's the first boss in Double Dragon 2. The Dominatrix guy.
Yeah.
See, they may be villains, but even villains know how to wear masks.
There you go.
That won't save your partner. And they used it in that context.
Oh, here we go. Here it is.
That's still top tier storytelling right there.
Yeah, well, I guess it's been a while since I played anything two-player, so...
I can't see chat. What was the comment?
Been a while since I've had a co-host.
Oh, yeah. And one that's not trying to challenge you about something.
And nobody wants to talk to me anymore. I've expended all my chances.
Well, we had the biggest missed opportunity was the adult baby.
Yeah, I can't believe you just pretended not to know how to use.
Because he was really playing the part by not knowing how to use Google Hangouts, or not knowing how to use any technology.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't cry.
It's not NetPlay. They went back and they added online for Steam for Double Dragon 4. But usually we're doing like emulator NetPlay if it's an older game. Oh, okay. That sucks. I'm about to die. Yep. Yeah, I thought it was nice that they finally added that because it was something that was really missing and kind of a reason why I didn't play the game much. It's like, okay, half the fun of Double Dragon games is to be able to do two-player. If you can't do that, it kind of sucks. I mean, Double Dragon 3 was quite the
Well,
challenge to
remember that.
beat solo. And
We
I
all
think
remember
last
that
time,
stream.
yeah, and I think last time we beat it like 2-player, we didn't stream it. I think I just
Yeah.
recorded it.
Yeah, but we had the same problem where something went wrong and we had to start. We had to start all over.
Is it stable usually? Yeah, I mean it's pretty good. I think we had problems a couple times with the ZS NES or whatever, but when we used when we did the Nintendo one, and then I feel like we used SNES 9X before. That seemed a lot better. But it's
That
more
one,
annoying to set up, I think.
Yeah, I think that one and maybe the BSNES probably work well. The ZSNES is just
Despite being called BS.
and despite the history of the person that created that emulator,
Oh, that's the one that went all
the
crazy.
trans furry, yeah, the gay trans furry,
Adopted all these random identities.
yeah. I claims to be living in Japan now.
How
Couldn't get a
does
job.
that happen? How do these people end up all over the place? I just don't. I don't get it. I mean, unless they're LARPing or whatever, but I still don't.
And he probably is, because he's one of those people that was legitimately talking about being poor, and I'm like, I just don't see how that's possible. How you couldn't have found a way to capitalize on your ability to build a very accurate Super Nintendo emulator. Like, yeah, that's not. People wouldn't care about the accomplishment as much, but if you're like, well, I know so much about electrical engineering that I'm able to recreate a software emulated version of hardware. That some employer would be impressed by that, but
They're probably
yeah,
just not impressed by the pronouns on the resume. That's all.
no, I don't think that's going to win you any friends, and at least for hiring managers, for HR departments, sure.
Did you see the guy that he made, like, he pretended he was working for Bethesda, and he said he throws away any resumes that have pronouns on it, and, like, the way it exploded on Twitter?
Yeah, I saw Reset Era get very mad about that. That happened at the same time that I think that Pandas guy was like, oh yeah, he was the one that said it, I think.
Yeah, he was the one that started it, I'm pretty sure.
And yeah, they didn't get at all that it was a joke, and so they tried and called up Bethesda. Oh, your employee is throwing out. And they don't know his name. Like, how would they know? They're Reset Era. They're not smart.
Like, well, let's just report. Oh, is he? Wait a minute. How's this gonna? Can we lure him off? Maybe. No.
No. You can climb down.
But what use is that? Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know how I did that, but
Okay.
there we go.
What's the matter?
The funny thing about that is that, I mean, even if they were doing that behind the scenes, you would never really know, and that they obviously wouldn't express it. But I mean, I could see it happening just because people who are on social media a lot probably see the way that those people generally behave, and it's probably not an appealing prospect.
That's what I would think, but it's seeming more common in the professional circles to start putting pronouns in your profile, so I feel that it's caught on. But the people I see doing it are usually HR type.
Yeah, they're kind of, I guess that is true, they're kind of encouraging it themselves.
You used to see maybe one person doing it, and now it's like every other day I'm seeing some person with pronouns in their name.
It sucks when you can barely walk fast enough.
Or when you're incompetent and you keep walking into that thing.
Well, that happens sometimes. Oh. Oh, that's a cheap move, especially to respawn you there like that.
Funny thing about this is I actually did jump. I did press the button. But
It's hard to do it consistently. It's not built for some of the platforming that they make you do. Oh, I like they had that splash effect. There you go. Oh no. Okay, he ran in. That's fine.
or that, or you can take the suicide approach. Join the 41%.
Oh, there's another one to the ever-growing percentages.
Yeah, this is the level I was talking about.
Oh, it's got Hulkabobo.
Yeah.
It's the exact same color. It's got
But if
even got the
he does
purple
that-
pants.
If he does that weird attack, that does a lot of damage. So
Oh. Oddly enough, I mean beating this level solo didn't seem that bad. Even this crazy boss fight, I don't feel like I lost a lot of lives or anything.
I didn't either, if I remember correctly. But now, and that was with the default control, so that wasn't like, oh, I changed my controller settings and then got good. I did it with this one.
That's one down. I think there's 12 missions, and I'm pretty sure I made it to 11 the last time I played.
I think I was on 11 Thursday or Friday. One was it?
You're all insane. I agree. Oh, is this the one with the those orange platforms that they turn?
I believe so. Yep.
Oh, this is gonna suck.
I did it again, and it doesn't seem like it's that bad. But there's another level, 11 or 12, that has those orange platforms again.
I'm in blue. Where in your resume do your pronouns go? It doesn't seem to be on your template. I don't know. I think it was. I wouldn't even know where they would put it on there. Probably next to their name or something.
Yeah, that's what they do. They put it next to their name.
Yeah, well, I guess it just
now,
the same way as on Twitter.
And now LinkedIn also has this thing where you can give like how to pronounce your name, and of course people have turned that into, oh, this is all about, this makes it easier as an immigrant to tell my story. Like, no, it's just literally just giving a name, and you can just ask them, like you're typing, so nobody's gonna know how to pronounce it until they actually talk to you. So.
Yeah.
It's not like they can show how woke they are by saying, "Oh, here's me pronouncing your name correctly."
I think the whole thing of doing it when you're quote unquote cis is that you're supposed to be like signaling that you're an ally, or you're safe to.
That's why they do it. That's why I said you'll see mostly HR.
But here's the thing: it's like you guys realize you're mostly just gonna end up with people who are allies just by extension of the fact that you're not. There's nowhere near the amount of people who actually have this issue that you seem to act like there is. But now it's also becoming, trendy. So even people who don't really legitimately have some mental problem aside from requiring constant validation, they'll just take that on to seem important or interesting or whatever. So they're just encouraging dumb behavior. It's like they don't even realize it. Oh crap, there I go. How did I get launched so far? See that jump right there? That was not on purpose.
Neither was that, but
Amazing how putting pronouns as son near retarded are a bit. Well, they kind of outed themselves, I guess.
well, now I've started to see companies that give like allies certificates or awards or something, and so they'll put it on their social media like, oh, I'm now certified as an ally for my company.
I don't know how that's supposed to... It's so weird. It's just so weird. It just feels like you're in a bad book or movie. Doesn't seem like that could be the real world.
It unfortunately is. Well, you remember that one I showed you where it was towards the end of Pride Month, and he's like, now that it's Pride Month, I can finally tell everybody what I've been hiding for so long. Like, yeah, that's not a thing that you've needed to hide for a long time. Right? It's like, I am gay, I am so gay. It's like, trust me, there's no guesswork involved here. There's no surprises.
If you legitimately believe that you're so gay or whatever, then I'm sure other people picked up on it.
Yeah, funny how that works.
Oh, he clubbed me in the back of the head.
And then I think some people's employers had people give coming out stories, and
that's the whole point. I think ideally the whole point should just be to keep all that stuff out of work. It's like, work is dumb enough. You really need to... Can't you just collect a paycheck and go home? Why do you have to do all this?
No, the days of just going and collecting a paycheck are long gone. You can't do that anymore. And then now you get the surveys and the corporate surveys where they basically guilt you into saying, well, you're pro diversity, right? Not even clarifying what that means.
I guess it's just one of those magic words,
In some places, your employee reviews are based on if you can demonstrate that you promote diversity and inclusion. I'm like, how do you do that? I remember this coworker was trying to explain it to me. I guess he thought I might be offended, so he tried to disclaimer it, and I'm like, I'm one of the last people who cares about that. But he was like, I'm not prejudiced, but how exactly are you supposed to show that in something like this? Like, how do you do that in a review? Like, you don't. That's why if you look at how they describe it, it's very open. So it could be anything. So that you don't have to, because I think there would also be problems if they said specifically you're talking about any kind of marginalized group issue. So they just change it to mean like, if people have differences of opinions, I include people that may have different ideas than mine, instead of just telling them, no, you're not allowed to think
Imagine
that.
if it was like, you take some initiative and install segregated water coolers. Like, look how diverse we are. But you'd have you'd have to frame it in a way where it's like, it obviously isn't called that, because it's all about the language. It's like, you could have the same result as the people that they hate, but you just have to use the language the right way. Oh shit, I got destroyed on that. I don't know what I was doing.
I was about to say, this one was the one that messed me up, so I understand a little bit better how it works.
Rejected.
I say as I screw up.
Yeah, I wasn't doing too bad on... I felt like I didn't do too bad on this, but I guess... wow. I'm alive. I don't know how. Oh, I'm dead. Wait.
No, you timed it right.
Okay, there we go. That part's pretty bad. But yeah, you'd probably just have to call it some kind of like safe zone or something, and that would make it okay magically.
Well, you remember one time I had a meeting and they told me that it was a safe space, so I can say as much as I desire.
But not as little.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about this, but I also knew what was going to happen, so it's like, fine, whatever.
Oh, wow.
I got...
Oh, wait. Damn, if I can knock him off the edge, that'd be great. Time this right. Oh, it killed him anyway. New character unlocked. Looks like Frankenstein with punching gloves or something.
Well, even though I've been playing like an idiot, I got farther than I did before the first time I played. I got a game over at that stage because of those jumps.
I know we have... I mean, you have the credits, but I think we also have the option to continue. We just got to figure out...
I don't know how it works. I'm trying to figure that out, but I don't know how that works because it happened Thursday, and I'm like, okay, but how do you continue then?
Yeah, they claimed you can just press select or start or select or something, and it lets you scroll through the levels that you've already been to, but I couldn't get it to work.
Yeah, like I know I can do that at the start screen.
Oh, if you can do that at the title screen, then we're good, because I couldn't even get it to go at the title screen for some reason. I'm not really sure why. It was kind of strange. Hey, it's a pink gi.
I don't know where I got hit, but okay.
Those guys have... It seems like they have the punch combo similar to Chin, almost.
Yeah. And it's the sumo wrestler, though that was... I think that was getting me killed. But those guys are annoying for that reason. Because you can't do it, but they can.
Yeah, I saw that video. I actually found like 2 where they put music to it, and it looked like he was playing DDR, even though his feet were on fire. It's pretty entertaining. The idiot dropped a Molotov cocktail on himself.
These guys love Molotov cocktails, and it always backfires. And they still do it.
You guys maybe want to not do that.
This isn't Grand Theft Auto. It does not work the way you think it does.
E-Honda here won't come out.
It's not June anymore. That's why it's not coming out. Have you heard of the hashtag Walk Away campaign? These are coming out.
I think that's the one where it's like people have decided they're not Democrats anymore, or liberal or whatever.
Yeah, so there was one that I saw today where it was like, I came out of one closet just to come into another.
Oh, great. It reminds me of that Stone Toss comic where he says, France, and it's all like, it looks like Iraq in the background. But instead it's like, conservatism, and it's like a bunch of rainbow flags.
Yeah, they really are trying to do that now. And
I mean, I guess I understand what they're trying to do. It's like trying to get more and more people on their side or whatever, but I feel like eventually there's going to be a very, very clear conflict of values somewhere.
Yeah, but nobody wants to think that, because that same guy that said that was pretending he would throw away the pronouns on the resume, he was also like, he said the same thing, and he was like, my parents instilled some old world values in me, so I understand the whole traditionalism thing, and I get it, and it makes sense, and we need to go back to that. And I think my parents understood that, So they did very well in bringing me up that way, except for the whole being gay thing.
Yeah.
And then it turned into like two guys, him and some other guy, like, oh, how great our parents were for raising us and all this, and I'm so proud and all that. Like, yeah, he definitely got the gay thing right. Because that's how I feel about this conversation.
Oh, damn. Alright. Wow. Women, am I right? Like these OnlyFans hoes here.
And much like an OnlyFans one, they go down easily.
No, I will not be a tier 3 sub.
Hey, that's how I dealt with Chester and Ease Oath and Felgana. No tier 3 subbing here. I can't remember what they call him the second time you fight him. It's the vengeful White Knight. That's what they call him.
How difficult is that boss fight just on like the normal mode? Because I know you were doing the insane difficulty.
I've never played anything but Nightmare.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. In the original, I don't remember the game being very hard. The original Beast 3, I don't remember it was ever being hard.
I don't know if there's a particular way. I think it's just you go in different ones and whatever enemies are the layout of the enemies is different.
Yeah.
But it all lives in the same area.
I will say normal has they have less HP, a lot less HP actually.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And they probably do less damage, so I would imagine it's easier. My goodness, that final part, that was just ridiculous. Like, okay, after all of this, you also want me to do the whole Aghanim thing from Link to the Past?
Well, the thing that was really, really extra annoying about it was it seemed like sometimes the timing between the giant orb that you had to bounce back versus all the other shots when you'd have to jump just didn't quite sync up correctly. So you'd have to miss bouncing it back in order to, not get hit by those.
Or you would do it right, but you would still get hit even though you knocked it back, and so he would take damage, but you would take damage too. But the problem is, you taking damage means a whole lot more than him taking damage.
Of course. But yeah, it seems like your hit points are just, your max HP is never really that high.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's never been high in that series, but it's definitely not high now. That's just for me.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess continue. It's gonna have to be.
Yeah,
wow.
that's what I mean. If I do continue, nothing ever happens.
Oh, you can't? Is it because? Oh crap. Well, I may be at my end here. I don't know if I can beat all the E-Hondas. I think maybe it's because we didn't have 2 credits. I mean, we had 0, but I don't know. So I don't know if that even makes any sense to begin with. But
well, it should be easy to just change it at the title screen. But I think if you can beat these guys, then you would start from this level.
Right. Yeah, that would probably be better. I think we can manage here, maybe. Oh wait, that other guy died off screen? That's good. Oh, no. Dick.
Jim Sterling's not going to go down without a fight.
Well, I'm going to throw a knife at him. There we go. He's dead. Oh, and it's not even the last. It's not even the boss. These ninjas. Okay, the smoke bombs. Stop.
After that annoying Tales of Fantasia battle, there's another boss battle with a bunch of ninjas. And you're not supposed to win it, but it's basically this battle.
Oh, crap. Wait, so can I get more credits, maybe? Or are we supposed to just exit out? Oh.
I've always just exited and
See, now I can't. I don't know how to get more lives. So if you know. Or do you have to click story first in order to do it?
do you? I thought I didn't have to put story last time.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Oh, that's the only. No, did I press another button? Maybe that's what I did. So I thought I did it on my controller.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so annoying. It should just be a lot more simplistic. You'd think, you know, if you they make it sound easy when you look it up. It's like, oh, just press, you know, whatever button is supposed to be the option button or something, and then
Which they don't tell you what the option button is.
no.
Because it doesn't even say there is an option button. It just says press this thing here. Well, let me change.
I think it's
if I change it. Am I two playing?
Yeah, but I don't think you had to. Oh no, I don't think we had to mess with it before. It's weird.
Yeah, but I feel like it was because I had changed. Maybe because when I changed it, it made it easier for me to figure out what the button combination was. That was the only reason I changed it. But
well, this I don't know. This may be short-lived if it turns out we can't get it.
I just don't want to press the button to actually start the game, and that seems to be what they're trying to trick me into.
Yeah, I think there's one more screen there, right? Because that's where you can select between player style A and B.
Yeah, I can't change the language either, though. So.
Oh really?
And normally I can.
Oh, I can change it.
Yeah, so maybe you have to be the one to change the levels or the missions. Because I think I just did select last time and that changed.
Okay, it's not. Wow. Oh no. Was it just on select on the main screen?
Yeah, I know it was on the main screen, and I either pressed select or I pressed some other button, and the mission went up.
Oh, that's so annoying. Well, the language changed to every possible language.
So if you wanted to see this beautiful story in French.
Oh wait, here we go.
Yep.
So you got to go to story, and then you have to press start a bunch of times until it reaches the one that you want to go to.
Were we on 8? I thought we were on a different level, or a higher level than that.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Crap.
I mean, we can always just exit from there.
That's true. Oh wait, now it's letting me do it without even select. Oh, we were on 9, I guess. I thought it was 8.
So we were on 10. And we didn't finish. If we didn't, yeah, it was 10.
Oh,
so,
well, I couldn't get to 10.
I thought 10 was the one with the sumo guys.
Yeah, I think you're right, but isn't that... Aren't they in here where, like, when you go inside the thing, that's where the first sumo guy is?
Yeah. There are a couple of them.
It just went right back around to 1 once I got to 9. Okay, this is a bad start. Holy shit. The other thing I haven't played 2-player yet is Streets of Rage 4, which I think would be a lot more fun with 2.
I'd have to buy it, but I'd be willing to try it.
Yeah,
I
see,
never did have.
I didn't have to buy it because I guess whatever company that did it, I must have got something through them before, and so they just like randomly sent me the key.
That must be that white privilege in action.
Yeah, it's stream privilege.
That's what it really was this whole time. It wasn't financial privilege, it was stream privilege.
I mean, I guess they must have really been like wanting to get the game out there as much as possible because it's not like I even have like a huge following or anything.
Yeah, there was a bit of a hype engine for that game. People were so happy to see another Streets of Rage.
Like I can't even get any of the larger companies to even talk to me.
Yeah, I don't think we ever got any review codes for any major releases, but I'm sure those contracts come with you have to give it a glowing declaration clause. And,
yeah, I mean you probably also have to have like a ridiculous amount of followers and. Okay, what? It's nice that he could kill you off screen. Huh.
How can a sumo wrestler be off screen?
That is a good question. Okay, this is weird because we definitely were at 10. Maybe I don't know.
And maybe it did it 2 levels behind. But I could have sworn last time it was just 1 for me.
I don't remember having this much trouble with these dumb ninjas. I thought they were a little bit easier. Now it's like they're throwing ninja stars and smoke bombs every 2 seconds. Jumping all over the place. Can't get anything done.
So, women.
Yeah.
Getting things done, what is that?
I think we're attacking their sushi restaurant. That's what's happening here.
Or maybe they are the sushi restaurant.
That could be. Oh.
If they have an OnlyFans, guaranteed, they are the sushi restaurant.
I was hoping that she would get hit by that eventually.
And she did. Didn't do much, but she did get hit. Not would hit, she got hit.
Him, damn it.
I don't even know what's happening here.
I want him, damn it.
Losing way too many lives. That's what's happening.
You're losing lives. See, they're wearing masks and they're not losing lives. So that's telling you.
That must be the difference here.
Oh no, this was the level. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was.
Yeah, I think my highest was 1 past this. Which apparently is the second to last level, so.
No boy should use cray cray.
I thought it was a little bit longer.
Well, no human should use cray cray, but you're right. Any male should never say cray cray.
It's lessons for living.
I think President Future Trunks should put that in, make an executive order about that.
Okay. This Mohawk girl needs to go.
The shoe-on head defender? She does kind of look like her. the one that would go to your comment section and always try to white knight for you.
Oh, really? I don't even remember what they looked like.
She looked pretty typical. I'll just say that much.
Blow up. Oh, come on. These grenades are not very useful. Well, they're not even grenades, I guess. Because grenades at least blow up on impact. This is just a very, very slow bomb. I guess a time bomb, but you have no way of knowing when the timer runs out.
Yeah.
Which is the best kind. Okay.
I thought you said when you were talking about that one redhead person in that picture on the Discord that when you said she was a commie, I didn't think she would make that the center of her personality.
Yeah, it is. It's in the bio and everything. Which I don't really get how you can be like, oh yeah, I'm this, but I'm not political. Like, what are you talking about? Why lead off with a political label then?
Well, communist isn't a political label.
Well, ideology or whatever you want to call it.
It's
still pretty
it's
stupid.
It's a call for social change.
It's funny because but everything else is politics, even things that aren't.
This game is political, believe it or not.
Okay.
Ah, crap. I don't know if you knew this, but this game, everything is political, and this game has one of the biggest politics out there.
Heatblaze, I don't quite remember what the @ was. Curious something or whatever. It's somebody that I just see people interacting with and liking and retweeting lately, and it's getting quite annoying. It's one of those, it's okay if they're the quote-unquote enemy because looks, I guess, which I don't really get, but...
I mean, didn't they do that for every girl? So.
Oh my god, I'm getting destroyed by Edmund Honda here.
It's kind of like how, for whatever reason, people were all about Queenie Martha. Disgusting. All 700 kilos of her.
A woman, by definition, the enemy? Jeez. Seffi, that sounds a little too pro Rainbow Squad for me.
Well, he's also red-pilled, so... My favorite red-pilled people are people that have never had girlfriends before. I dodged a bullet. No.
I mean, the only thing that bothers me about that is it's like you are defining your existence by the worst thing that you've heard happen to somebody else.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can do that, but it just seems a little limiting.
That seems to be a non-issue to them. I've heard from other people, and I've also seen what my dad went through. So I don't want that. So I'm red pill. I don't think you were ever in a position where you have to worry about that. It clearly shows nobody was interested in you to begin with. But it's like every time they tell these stories, it also shows all the mistakes that they made. But they'll never admit to the fact that they did something wrong. Like, why would you do all of that anyway? I did this and this and this, and then she left me for somebody else. Why would you ever do that to somebody you're not even married to?
Yes, Seffi, it is. Well, I think it's I think it's like any sort of group where it turns out like the people that end up being the loudest about it are kind of the ones that are looking at it as a reason to blame somebody else. Like obviously there are plenty of legitimate problems with modern relationships and whatnot, but it just seems like kind of so it's sort of like the same thing with the liberal people that use it to like explain away all their issues. It's like they found something to point to, and the loudest people often express it, and then oh shit, you ask yourself the same question every morning. What happened? I can't even tell what's going on anymore. Just got thrown across the screen by a bunch of fat guys. This is no way to live either.
It makes me miss the days of sprite limits.
I'm just gonna not stay up on this now. Right, Mom? Not staying up on it.
There were somebody was there. I saw the robot topic come up again, and that was just disgusted me.
We had a good run of not hearing about that, or the people that were saying it we didn't have to listen to, and now it seems it's coming back.
Well, I mean, my issue with it is that it just doesn't fix anything.
And I feel like a lot of those are the same people that are like, see, all this stuff we're doing because of Corona is taking people need to socialize and they need this and they need that. And meanwhile, they're the ones that are actively saying, "Oh, well, I want robots so I never have to deal with women again."
Wait, did Audie really permaban you? Why? What did you say?
And they let us play it.
Did you talk about rape? Is that maybe what it was?
The car manufacturer?
It's AUTI, but I mean, I guess it sounds very, very similar.
How many times are we going to get this one?
When do we have a bag today?
I don't know, but I don't like it, especially.
That box has...
I thought maybe sumo wrestlers was gonna pop out of there for a second. I'm glad they didn't. Although this is beginning to make me think there is a correct path to take.
Yeah, you need to be on the right side of history.
Not another credit. I really don't want to do this level again. We just have to make it through. I can't hit you.
I'm going to knock you upon it.
There we go.
Alright, have it here.
Crush him with a bunch of stumps.
You might say we're unstumpable. We went every way but that way.
Alright, well, hopefully it's the oh. Yeah, I guess this is the boss. You got unfairly singled out, huh?
Who did checking?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe you can appeal the ban. Also, sometimes, I don't know if he did it to you personally or what, but, you know, sometimes mods act kind of dumb and just block people out.
Yeah, it's kind of silly to me when streamers have staff.
Wow, that guy died really fast.
He did.
I'll put in a good word for you. I don't even really know the guy. Like I've seen his streams like maybe twice, and for very short periods of time. I don't know how much my word will be worth on that.
Oh, this was the level I stopped at because all of these guys.
Oh wow! So this is like every scene is a boss fight.
Yeah. They took away the platforming that comes at the end and replaced it with a bunch of bosses.
Well, I haven't seen level 12 yet, so maybe they'll bring it back. That should be fun. I'm almost tempted to, as much as I don't want to, I'm almost tempted to purposely die here because it's going to be annoying to make a lot of progress through the level and then not be able to complete it.
Well, that little pile driver attack they do is extra annoying, so I can understand.
Gotta try to time it so that they don't get up again. They fell and never got up. If only there was some way to get around a perma. Yeah. I'm surprised you forgot about that.
I believe there's platforming in this section.
Wonderful. So this is what Dan from Street Fighter has been up to. Nobody took him seriously, so he joined the whatever the name of this organization is.
The Renegades. I only noticed that in passing.
Ah, well, okay.
I was not keeping up with this beautiful, enriching storyline.
The first thing that came to my mind was the Mad Gear Gang, but I was like, that's Final Fight.
That is, and I feel like we're well on our way to having a Mad Gear Gang. Oh, I don't remember this pattern.
Me neither, but I feel like it's baiting us, and as soon as we jump, it's going to go. Oh, I can't jump. Great.
Okay.
Oh, God.
That's where they get you, is that part. Not so much the little gears thing. It's you have to wait for that second one to be higher up.
Oh! I somehow made it, but it was very... I think I'm going to jump from a lower point. Oh, I'm screwed. No! Oh, God. Well, it somehow didn't throw me off, so I'll take it.
Yeah, this one it's more forgiving.
Oh, they brought back those stupid brick things?
Yeah, but I was going to say, when I just walked through it and I didn't have issues with it. It's, I think this is where I died.
Oh, he didn't ban me. He muted me for 5 minutes because I kept shit posting for 20 minutes straight. Nasty shit. Well, okay. I guess I get it then. You told on yourself.
It sounds like my kids.
Fafner, thank you for the follow. Weebwaker was being passive-aggressive. Is practically forced to ruin the chat experience. You can't take those passive-aggressive accounts, huh? Bridge of the Gods.
That's not Nintendo.
Okay, I need to... should I just exit?
I think, yeah, you can just say.
Alright. We have to go back. Oh, are you kidding? It only lets me go to mission 11.
Yeah, it always goes to the one you finished.
That sucks.
So, it's like crossing the border, you have to go back.
Man, I don't want to do that stupid jump again. That's so annoying.
Well, at least that's it.
Zombie Bobo.
Okay, I can't fight the stick guy head on.
Right there, Mom?
He's just destroying me straight up all the time.
No.
And my spin kick isn't working.
I like how their attack somehow.
Yeah, this seems this is like a massacre all of a sudden. Those credits are gonna be going down. Oh, that spin attack that he does just takes away everything.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, maybe let me move. That would be cool, you know. Dodging, it's integral to survival.
Yeah, because you can't. Apparently, you can't even hit him.
It's the golem of Bobo. He's made of stone. Oh, he boxed my ears. Okay, he just decided to die, I guess.
Yeah, they always die that way. And I guess I'll take the Streets of Rage 1 approach and just be a little bit lower and then get hit and die.
Okay, I was able to get these guys with the spin kicks once I had them pinned down. But they do not seem to want to give me that opportunity this time. There we go. Little counter attack. Yes, okay, ladies. Drop us in the sewer.
Well, she's letting you know what they do in their OnlyFans.
For only $5 a month.
So you can get pictures of me in clothes.
What's up, TMK? Trying to beat Double Dragon 4 here. Seems to be, well, it's going all right, I guess.
And much like in the Street Fighter Alpha series, Dan still loses.
People said this game was shit. Is it shit? Well, no, I don't really think it's bad. I mean, there's some interesting choices.
It had some issues. But
Initially, I thought it was pretty bad, but I kind of came around to it. Wow. I still missed. No. Oh my god.
Apparently, the jumps will be the bane.
Oh yeah. How did I make it through here last time? I'm also having problems jumping on command. Like, I can't get it to work consistently. Nope. I just can't jump.
I guess white men really couldn't jump.
That appears to be the case. Okay, wait. No, no. Oh, wow. Yeah, I was just shit at that part. Double Dragon 4, the most underrated game of all time. No, I don't think I'm going to go that far. I'll have to make one of those soy faces in the thumbnail, because apparently that's really cool to do. I guess I'm going to have to wait. Oh, what the... How did it get me, even though... And again. These traps suck.
Yeah, they do, for a multitude of reasons.
Yeah, there are many ways to take that. Was there always platforming like this in Double Dragon? Yeah, they kind of
Yeah.
just pepper it in at random, and it's really, really. It never functions as well as it should. It seems like it always just makes it not fun. For me, that's like where the games always fall short when they throw in the platforming, but it's not really built for that kind of gameplay.
Yeah, that's ultimately the problem, is that this style of gameplay is not designed well for platforming, but they always throw it in anyway.
Yeah, it's like the way that they do the jumps, it just doesn't really work well. Oh, these guys with their key attacks or whatever. I don't know what's going on, but it. Oh, that's not right. I didn't even touch him. I guess you don't have to. You just have to be close enough, and that stupid attack will take you out. Okay. No. Really? I guess there's no way to continue from here.
Yeah, not from here.
And we still can't go beyond this level.
This is going to be the Armor Tale of...
Double dragon, but when you turn it on, no dragons at all. Ain't that some shit? Yeah, I guess it is. False advertising. I'm outraged.
Who owns the rights to this game? It's time to sue.
Oh,
That sounds like that would be an irate gamer complaint too.
it really does. Double dragon? There aren't even any dragons in this game. Alright.
I'm sure the words cowabunga would come in there somewhere to show his frustration.
I believe in you. Thank you for the vote of confidence. It's gonna happen eventually. I think. Just have to make it through this the jumping sequence with some more credits and be all right. I think. I've never been to the 12th mission, so that was an all new experience.
I got a good feeling.
You remember Irate Gamer calling Mega Man a Nintendo character?
Yes.
Whoops.
And Super Mario World and NES game. And Donkey Kong Country. And Kirby's Dream Land as the first Kirby game. I remember a lot of those. Portrait of Ruin is the first Castlevania game where you're not playing as a Belmont. The horrible sketch he did when, I think it was Tekken 5 that came out. Because he was mad that the dubs were in the native language of wherever the character's from.
Oh, okay. That's a weird thing to be upset about.
Yeah, he thought the whole game was still dubbed in Japanese, and it was just the character he was playing as is from Japan, so he speaks Japanese. And so he did this horrible skit where he was pretending that he could do better voiceovers, or he could do the audio dubbing himself, and it was something like, "You there, fetch me the morning paper. I didn't sign it up for this army to fetch your paper. Get your own paper. That's insubordination. To the brig with you. Oh, this is the 5th time this week."
Oh no. Damn. I got held up by the respawn. That's so stupid. Oh. That's one whole life every time. Damn, that's stupid. Okay, these guys, they gotta go. Okay, there. Get rid of some underlings. Because once it's these three, just got to get a pattern for spin kicks going. Also for avoiding those stupid
Things.
force
Hold.
attacks. I don't even know what they are.
I didn't even get a chance to move.
Okay, oh shit, I thought he was dead. No such luck. No, their timing isn't synced up. There we go. Oh yeah, they're gonna make this fun. So wait, these are the final bosses? These girls?
I think so. I think they're the leaders.
Oh, they have guns. What?
You can't have guns in a children's game.
What a BS attack that is, and they shoot from both sides.
Well, I mean, they are women. It makes sense that they would.
Oh wait, they need gun. Well, look. I mean, we told them this. We told them to arm themselves to protect themselves. So this is our fault.
Yeah, you can't go around victim blaming.
Oh, and of course the shots just take you out in like one.
Yeah, it's like a shredder.
Damn. All right. I
And
gotta
the Teenage Mutant Ninja Tortoises.
really have to watch out for that then.
Oh, it takes half damage.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not.
I think I guess I must have been already wounded then. And look, they have green and pink hair. So what are they trying to tell us here?
Are we getting a call from the base department?
About to hang up. Okay, there we go. Mission 12
Patrol.
clear. New characters unlocked. No, you
Whoa,
can't say
kill.
say
Hey,
gamer
now,
words. Meatball, look, don't do that. I know it wasn't the word, but D-Live is retarded, so you don't want to. Because I don't think you're a bad person. Oh, is this really? We're gonna.
Oh,
gonna-
Billy's gonna simp.
No.
Uh-oh.
Ah, they're gonna take him on as students or something. Yeah, it's fine. I gotta just put it out of there. All right, I guess that's it, huh?
That was it?
What's Tower? Is it just some dumb boss rush or something?
I imagine so.
Well,
There's that Gauntlet game.
oh, that's true. I had to switch controllers for that.
So, I was just thinking.
Not that it's a big deal or anything. I was just thinking. Where is I wonder if Keenan is around because he bought that too.
He was online when I got here.
I'll check in the Discord real quick. People can enjoy Double Dragon title screen music in the meantime.
And this beautiful love story about men who simp for women.
Yeah, they decided to redeem them in the end. It's like, well, Marion's always dying, so let's have a backup plan.
Yeah, how many times has she died in this series?
But she's back again and again.
She gets resurrected more times than Jean Grey.
Double Dragon takes place in the Marvel Universe, confirmed.
That explains why they suddenly got stunning and brave at the end of the game. Okay. Do I want to eat an ass? He's in a venture capitalist firm. That's what he means.
What's going on here? Arc System Works. Those are the Guilty Gear people.
I believe they are.
If you like Marvel, you're subhuman. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really into it. Like, I don't really get into all the superhero movies and stuff. My biggest connection to Marvel was, like, when I was a kid, and I liked the 90s X-Men cartoon. And maybe some of the video games, like the Konami beat 'em up.
But not the Genesis Spider-Man game. Now, that game was awful.
Oh, there's a really bad... It's like such a little-known game, too. I even had a problem finding the ROM. It's like Spider-Man and X-Men Arcade's Revenge or something like that.
I had that game. We had that game for years.
Yeah, my cousins had it when I was a kid, and I was like, why am I playing this? It's so terrible. But it was like the only X-Men game that we had access to at the time, so...
The funny thing was the crappy 70s style music that they had for that. And they got it, or my dad got it, my parents got it from my little brother, and we finally talked about how bad that game was, but how we just enjoyed it, and he would explain to us that the reason that we always had so many of those games is that they would, I guess back in those days, they had deals where you could buy lots of games at once, so they would just go and buy one thing, and then there was a deal where they could get like 2 or 3 more. So that's how we always ended up with those awful games. It was terrible. We go, why did you guys play it? And like that was what we had around.
Yeah, I mean that's how it seems to be, like, kind of forgotten unless you came from those times. But that's just how it was. I mean, even if the game was bad, you got that. And you didn't get another game for, maybe months at a time, so you just worked with what you had. Now it's like, oh, I could just, if I hate this ROM, I can just delete it and get another one.
Well, let me see what else is. You could always do the Capcom, the Dungeons and Dragons.
That's true. Yeah, I guess he's gonna, I guess maybe we could do it tomorrow for...
Yeah, that's what I saw him say.
All right, let me close out the game here. I think it should just show the default screen. And where is that game? Dungeons and Dragons. I forgot how to do invites for this. I think is it the same way for the... I don't think it's the same as Double Dragon, but let me check.
I think in that case you can do it from Steam.
Okay, I'm opening up the game.
Well, I don't even remember all the games I have on here.
Oh, is this one of those ones where it won't let me? Oh, crap. I did a dumb thing, though, and I didn't... I gotta grab my controller and plug it in.
I also have one of those Genesis Classic ones, so there might be something on that too.
Whoa, music is really loud. Okay, hold on a sec. Let me, Okay, I opened up the remote play thing, but I gotta switch my controller, so one sec. Okay, I don't know if it registered my controller though.
I just saw the cop. Oh, I pressed start accidentally.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's working for me. Since I plugged it in after I started the game up, you know? I guess I'll find out in a moment here. Oh, OBS isn't even working. Everything's broken. Hold on.
I saw a copyright on the bottom from Wizards of the Coast.
Oh man.
Who would have thought years ago when they licensed this game for a remake that?
I mean, this was made back when, I think, when TSR still had it. So I guess they just, now since they're the property holder, you know, I guess they have to be.
Was this remake specifically or the original?
The original was when TSR was in control. So I guess this is just an arcade port. I think I have to close it and start it again though, because apparently it's not registering my controller, which is stupid. But here we are. And the worst part is I can't even exit the game. Okay, there we go. I can't even exit the damn thing because it was set up wrong. Alright, let's try that again. Hopefully this time the controller is working, or else I'm not going to be playing anything. What's happening?
I ask that question every day.
Okay, wait. That had to be my start button, right? Okay, now I'm moving. Let me see if I can send the invite again. I also have to check OBS again and make sure. Alright, it's showing. You ruined your own life like 6 times over? That's impressive. Okay, what are the options anyway? Oh, wait, I thought credits meant something else. Wait, you think I can just do arcade mode since we already connected online?
Yeah, I think you can.
Alright, hopefully that works. Chapter select. Oh, is this because we beat it once before?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna go with the thief, I guess. Oh, you can also have like different color variations or whatever, and I don't remember how to do it. I don't remember if it's like buttons that you press or whatever. Kind of like Street Fighter, how if you'd select a character with a different button,
Yeah.
it would give you a different color. You have the 360 version? I gotta remember what I'm doing here. Oh yeah, there's the menus too. Goblins.
Uh-oh. Time to cancel this game. Will Wizards of the Coast cancel their own game?
Well, especially if orcs are the bad guys here.
Can we use that like when they dig up old tweets? Can we say, well, you guys endorsed this, and your name is even on the credits?
I think that'll work. Oh. Oh wow, actually. I thought I was gonna get run over, but instead I cut it in half. Save the women and children.
Running to the man.
What is the purpose of this? I don't care.
I thought I clicked that.
That was weird. What great names. Yeah, we put in a lot of thought. It seems like, I don't know if it's a setting on my screen or whatever, but it seems like the graphics are smoothed over.
No, I have that same thing. It doesn't look pixelated at all.
There's probably a setting or something.
There is, but I don't remember it very well.
Yo-Yo the third. There you go. Oh, I left the filter on. I didn't even realize, honestly.
Hashtag no filter.
Yeah, it looks kind of goofy with the filter. It just makes everything look melted.
It makes it look like a melting pot of friendship.
There we go. No filter. That's how I remember it.
As God intended.
Owl bears. Which for some reason look like a combination of bears and eagles rather than an owl.
Maybe they missed that day at art camp.
Oh yeah, I never changed the title of the stream, so I guess people are going to be confused, but whatever.
Double Dragon sure has changed from the
This
from
is
the
this
80s.
is yeah, this is Double Dragon medieval version. The Lee brothers are going back in time.
And one of them apparently identifies as a woman now.
Yeah.
War Machine. That's a great name.
Oh no. I'm getting destroyed. These are the bosses that would make you spend a lot of money in the arcades.
Back when those were a thing. They don't have arcades anymore unless some bar wants to do it for nostalgia or some hipster establishment. Or some employer, some corporation. Like, yeah, we totally get you guys. That's why we have a Sega Genesis with 3 whole games on it. Yeah, I can play Sonic 2 at my house. I'm sorry, Sonic 2.
I'm going Super Sonic.
That's right. I'm surprised that he looked at me when I said Sonic, but he didn't look at me when I said the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
There's some things you don't say about people even if it's a joke. Yeah, well, they don't know what they're talking about, so.
normal sword level 2. There's no normal. It's a new normal now.
Ah, the old more monsters have been appearing.
You must help immediately. I think we did travel by boat last time.
Yeah, I think so. It was already too late by the time I pressed it. Although, I think I do remember doing this one at one point too, on a different playthrough.
I like how they even have the damaged tile. And that was a nice effect.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, those goblins throwing stuff is really obnoxious. This was back when monsters were allowed to be evil. I was like, wait, but not all hellhounds are bad. It's like, come on, guys. It's kind of in the name.
When being problematic was not only common, it was encouraged.
It was a feature. I'm the thief. Which is fitting because I steal video games.
That is true. We have the stolen MGS2 sticker to prove it. Although that guy was annoying, we will never... I almost missed that we will never get to see that again. Him spurting out over stealing a game he didn't own. And him saying that you're low-key flirting with girls on Twitter.
Which I don't know what that had to do with anything.
That was just jealousy. And he's saying, I'm sure he's one of those people that think talking to a female means flirting at all times.
It could be. Dark Warrior. Yeah, this guy, he looks pretty bad. It's like, well, maybe we should talk to him. He might be a nice guy.
He's an
You
R
can't just
/
assume.
guy.
You can't just assume he's a villain because he's summoning skeletons.
And in chains. After all, did they defund the police?
Okay. Oh, I'm about to die, I think. Oh, I have a fireball? What is that? Fafner with the ice cream, thank you. What's up, Drum Boy? TNK is accusing me of going to his house and stealing... Oh, wait, how did I get a game over?
Just first turn.
Oh, there we go. I'm back. With no experience. Sad.
Dark Warrior 1. Man, Dark Warrior 2 was a hard game, though.
There's more where that came from.
That reminds me of that kid whose name is apparently Acidity. That picture's too sexualized, so we'll have to get rid of it.
This is the one where you can... Does it not work in this version? Oh, it does work. There you go. I guess I can't afford anything anyway, right? Oh, wait, I can. Arrow. Take a dagger. And a potion of healing.
Oh, my hands are full, I guess. That's right. You need to ask for consent before touching.
Yeah, there's no option in this game, though. They just jump right to rejection.
Well, if this were the modern era, they would spend their time going to Twitter crying and having a mental breakdown.
Someone will probably apologize for, like, accidentally pressing the cursor on the shopkeeper. Like, I realized my mistake.
Wasn't there there were a group of people that that got mad because they said some guy was sexually assaulting a fictional character or something?
Yeah, wasn't there a video or like the VR or something? The VR game or something, and the guy stepped in to try to defend her.
Yeah.
Spicy, thank you for the lemon. Oh man, I remember this boss, and I think we're on an airship now.
Or a skyship, as they call it.
Kill the harpy.
Put it into feminism once and for all.
The Anita Sarkeesian boss.
I don't even play video games. I don't even like them. But I get paid money to talk about how they're bad. And I didn't realize I was almost dead. I also...
Oh no. That was rough. Here we go. She's almost dead. There we go. Final hit. This is the game Bibble should be playing if he wants more viewers. I don't know anybody else who has this. It'd be cool to play 4 players.
We came very close once, I think.
Yeah, we had 3, I believe, right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen anybody talk about Dobson in a long time. Nor have I seen him around. Did he, like, close his Twitter or something?
He must have stopped doing sexist crap.
Oh, this guy, he's a bitch.
He sure is.
I need to access my other items. There's a hammer.
And a sickle?
Oh, nice. It actually stunned him. Wasn't expecting much out of that, honestly.
I have to say, I still remember the days when it was not cool to be a communist, and now they're like, well, I'm a communist, aren't I, quirky?
How could that be trendy? What happened?
Where did we go wrong?
Why am I not rolling dice? That's a good question. This is not the traditional way. This ain't your daddy's D&D. Wow.
It's the D&D for casuals.
It's true power. Oh, okay.
Take that, NSA.
Reminds you of Golden Axe. Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty similar. It's the same type of gameplay. It's Mystara though, the Dungeons and Dragons setting, which is a really old school one.
great English there.
Also, I know the title says Double Dragon 4. If anybody's confused, we already beat that and just moved on to this on a whim. Unfortunately, I don't think Restream lets me change. I don't know if it would let me change the YouTube title right now. I'll just go back later and rename the archive. Shadow Elf Stronghold. Alright, what am I going to do? Obtain equipment and information, or go through the Forest of Despair.
I don't remember what we did last time, so...
Me neither. We do have money. Oh, no, wait. I barely have any money. You have a little money. I don't know if you want to get equipment or something.
Yeah. We'll have to be in despair another time.
Oh, I guess they don't give you a shop option right now, but maybe after the level.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, see, here's when kobolds looked like more similar to goblins.
And not dogs.
Well, now in Dungeons and Dragons, I guess they're more similar to lizards. Like they have like a distant relationship to dragons. I don't know what caused the change.
Why not, I guess. This was arcade, so I guess they could have called it. They could have always called it Hellhound.
Yeah.
I wonder if in the console release they called it Heckhound.
Oh,
Like
well, this only got a console release for the Saturn in Japan, so I guess it probably didn't matter.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
It just reminds me how in the Super NES Final Fantasies they would always call it Heckhound or something. In Secret
Capcom
Mon-
should have made an RPG based on D&D when they had the license. They did publish Eye of the Beholder. Yeah, I guess that would have been interesting. I mean, they do,
Capcom
since they do have Breath of Fire under their belt, I'm sure they could have done something interesting with it.
Now, if only they had kept Breath of Fire going the right way, as God intended. Ogre, I'm cancel this game.
Oh, there we go. Lit him on fire.
There must be a Portland protester. Is that where that happened? I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly where that one
Everywhere.
happened. Oh, it missed? Really? I have no
Ogre
explanation
bro.
for that. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of similar to how the early Final Fantasies portrayed ogres.
Yeah, they just had the breast in Final Fantasy.
Oh wow, the slings are pretty impressive. How does she launch rocks that fast? No need to even reload. There we go. Seems like a roundabout way of saying it. I guess I'm kind of missing what's going on in the chat just because it's hard to look over. So I don't know. Okay, I don't need to be here. Let's go. Wait, is there another choice thing coming up or what? Won't be long before the fiend rises. Is this the one with the final boss is the dragon, or is that the tower one? I can't even remember.
I thought it was the name of the tower one. I think depending on what happens in this level. Oh no.
Wait, are hellhounds from Monster Girl Wiki furry or not furry? I don't know. I've never seen it. I mean,
I'm gonna say yeah.
does Japan really do furries though? Like, is that even an identity over there? Like, is it a worldwide thing? I don't think I've ever really seen. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm just saying I don't think I've ever really seen, like a piece of media there reference it. You know, like yeah, they do like anthropomorphic type character designs sometimes, but I don't think I've ever seen a pure furry situation. And now it's kind of got to the point where it's like, you know, everybody calls anything that's even like slightly related has become a furry thing, which I don't know. I don't really get, I guess. Excuse me. Defeated the Manticore. This is the class. Wait, how did I didn't even mean to pause. Alright, we're good to go. Level 14. Normal sword level 2? Is that a thing that happens?
Yeah, I got it after the first boss, so.
So your weapon just level... I don't know if you can switch weapons or whatever.
I know in my case I had two swords for a while.
Oh, okay. I know I had the dagger as a backup. But I don't think I ever had the option to change my main weapon.
Or they could have done like Knights of the Round, and that just means more powerful attacks.
Yeah. That's a pretty decent game too, but there's that one level where it seems like the difficulty just spikes up really hard.
Yeah, I've only gotten to the second to last boss.
Huh.
So I'm getting better, but yeah, the Muramasa actually is not that difficult, but the difficulty does spike up before that.
Bibble is streaming. It's time to start a feud. No, I don't think it's time to start a feud. Isn't he just doing like a movie thing tonight or something? Or am I mistaken? I thought he said he was going to do a movie thing. And it seems like I know he doesn't do the streaming for that on DLive. He does it on Entropy or whatever, but it seems like people are still getting away with being able to like watch shows on here and stuff. So I think I might give it another try at some point. Does it have fur? It's probably a furry. I don't know. I guess I thought furry was a very specific thing. I thought it was a person who, you know, had like an animal alter ego, not an anthropomorphic animal. Like I wouldn't call Sonic a furry, you know.
But people who are
But I understand that like there's a crossover in the sense that the people that find that shit attractive, you know, come in and they're like, "Ooh, Sonic, this is totally my thing."
Or Sally or Amy Rose. For whatever reason.
The Mega Man TV show?
What about it?
I think TNK wants to watch the Mega Man TV show. I haven't seen
Been
that in a
wanting to
really
do that
long
for a
time.
while.
Is it on YouTube? I mean, it might be.
this is a sentence to Shadow Elves. Shadow Elves lives matter.
Yeah, I think we talked about this topic before with like what constitutes furry or whatever. I'm just not willing to cede the ground like to the people that want to like conflate everything to furry, because then it's like you're giving it up to a bunch of morons that just like come in and try to co-op something, you know? It's just stupid. It's the same thing with the term partner. Like, no, we're bringing it back. We're taking partner back.
I do kind of miss the days when you could say that without implying some kind of thing.
It may be a fruitless effort, but I will try.
Yeah, because for the same reason that quote-unquote cis people have pronouns in the bio, they're starting to do the same thing with partner, and it's really bad.
But Sonic is not a person that thinks he's an animal. He's a legitimate creature.
Animal.
Yeah, like, that's not... He's not just wearing a Sonic suit, like a hedgehog suit. Just came from this channel. Really awkward. What are you talking about? What happened? I'm missing something here. Ghouls gotta go. Okay. Uh-oh. Here we go again. I don't know what happened. Oh, they paralyze you when they hit you, just like in the show. Or in the game show. There was a Dungeons and Dragons cartoon for a very short time. I think it was the late 80s or 90s.
They really tried their hands at everything.
But it was very geared towards children. Like it was you know, a group of kids gets like transported to a fantasy world and they have to take on whatever classes you know, are in the game. I don't remember it very well, but I think it was kind of corny. It's not really probably not something that like most adult fans would really get into. The title. Okay, I see you're messing around. Then that does sound awkward.
This boss looks very inappropriate.
This is I think this is like the second to last, maybe? Wow, I'm just getting destroyed. Oh, because then that stupid looking bird guy, I think you fight him after you beat the Lich. This is not the Lich I remember.
He's not wearing purple. And he's not having his claws out to grab you. I don't know.
Did I take some kind of like potion or magic item? Because holy crap, my speed just increased like crazy. I didn't mean to do that. No! Wait. They seriously made it the title? What kind of stream was it? Cardi B is beefing with Candace. Oh, what kind of world do I live in? How is that happening? Why is the question? Why? Well,
that must be why so many people I know have heard that name before. I'm like, why do you know about Candace Owens? Or why do you at least know that she exists? Not anything in particular. I think they just feel like, oh, she's black, but she has a wrong opinion.
I guess I don't know, it's just weird how how she went from being like somebody that tried to make a weird website once, and then it's like this whole.
She tried to make a website.
Yeah, do you remember back before? It was like back before she got into the whole politics thing. She tried to make some website that documented people's online behavior or something. Basically, they called it a doxing website, and people were really upset about it. But then later on, she did the whole conservative turn. So I don't know.
I knew she was controversial for something. I just didn't know what.
Yeah,
I
I forgot what it was called. Social something or whatever. Somebody will probably remember what it was.
According to Sephi, her name is Candace Owens.
Can-Dance? All right.
Yeah.
Trusted source.
Yeah, the most trustworthy, in fact.
Yeah, because remember there was that stupid, really long time ago, well, maybe just a couple years now or whatever, there was that Dave Rubin stream where he had Candace Owens and Blair White on and they were arguing. And that's what they were arguing about. They were arguing about the fact that, she made her conservative turn, but she never really answered for the website. It was really dumb. But that's where that guys meme came from.
Is this where the whole you need to or this is their equivalent of the you need to disavow?
Yeah, I think so.
I do remember that interview, but I didn't watch the whole thing because.
I don't think I watched the whole thing either. I just remember that part.
I don't want to see a man and a woman argue.
Blair shite. Well, no arguments here.
Yeah, I remember though when it was that other person that everybody liked, and then Theron became part of BreadTube, so I guess they moved on to Blair.
I think that weirdo finally just disappeared.
I thought he was trying to get in the ContraPoints good graces.
Yeah, I think so at one point, but I don't know what happened. I don't think they exist on YouTube anymore or Twitter. I'm not sure because I never really followed or anything, but I haven't seen it. Social Autopsy. There you go. Thank you.
I don't either. I just remember that time that our good friend David was jealous of.
Oh, that was so wrong.
Well, I wish I could be at that sleepover.
It's like, I bet you do. But what do? Keep pursuing the sorceress? Go save the people at the Gnome Village.
I don't think we saved them last time. I think we went after the
I
sorceress.
guess maybe we should save the gnomes. David the Gnome is there. I don't know if anybody remembers him, but we're going to rescue him. Oh, it's large burning oil. Oh, silver arrows. Yeah, does he say don't touch him? I guess not.
He said something else.
Swift. There you go. Stage 8B.
I wonder if now that people are not liking Lauren Southern now does that mean David has rekindled his interest in her?
He's probably mad because she's married or whatever.
Yeah, I saw. I mean, it sounded like in some reply, I think that Beardson made that people were almost. They were acting like she was an absolute. She betrayed them. Like she didn't. Like she's a race traitor. Like okay.
Wait, how did?
I don't know if she is or isn't, but I guess at one point she was.
I see.
But I guess that's enough for them to say she no longer has credibility. Not the fact that she didn't say anything to begin with.
Are these all poison? All right, I'm gonna let them burn.
Like, did you? I don't know what those guys think. Sometimes I think they're just as bad everybody else, where it's like they think that they can, like, this girl is the girlfriend they always wanted or something, and then when they do something that they don't agree with, then it's like a betrayal. Like, this is just an internet person.
Yeah, I mean, I think the problem is that it's that no, certain people, I hate to say it, but certain people are not seeing, feel like they have nowhere to go to, express their opinions or whatever, and they obviously don't see it in mainstream politics. So what happens is, like, these internet figures will say these things, and I guess they see it as a form of maybe not just validation, but like also a counter, and then they kind of attach themselves to that personality, and so of course when somebody does something wrong or steps out or whatever, it kind of blows up. I mean, I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. You shouldn't, like, it's fine to agree with what somebody's saying or whatever, but don't get too wrapped up in them, because they don't really owe you anything. They don't really, you really don't know how sincere they're being. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, it's very, very odd. And why do you care? And one, it sounds like you need a father. If they do the same thing with Dick Masterson. Like, he has tons of dumb opinions. But I'm not going to act like it's a betrayal because he said something I don't agree with. It's
No,
just
I mean,
like,
just take it for what it is. Like, okay, you have some points of agreement, you have some points of disagreement. It depends. Obviously, it depends what it is. Like, there's lines. I was kind of thinking about this earlier when, like when stuff came out about Ralph or whatever, and people always tend to be like, well, what do you think about this? Or are you guarding? It's like, I mean, look, I might, like, I get along with the guy fine, never had any kind of personal problem. So of course, that's like the frame of reference that I'm looking from. And that doesn't mean that I'm like behind absolutely every bit of like information that has ever come out about things that have happened. Of course not. That's stupid. I mean, I'm sure he wouldn't say he agrees with everything that I've ever said. But the point is like there's a line. So, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, it's just not the same as if there's some like random person and who you don't know who did something, and you're like, okay, that's my reference point of judgment. It's the only one I have because I don't know them. But if it comes out that somebody's like a freaking murderer or a pedo or something, like, obviously I'm not going to defend that, and obviously my personal perception would probably change based on that. So it's just a matter of what the issue is.
You also shouldn't have to disavow every time somebody does something wrong either.
Right. I'm not responsible for that.
Speaking of the race mixing thing, I remember a Killstream episode where they tried to do that with him too. And they're like, don't you agree with this? And he's like,
right. He said that's never been, that's never been his way. I mean, and it hasn't. He's never said anything to the contrary. It's just like certain people will latch on to things and then expect every single point of agreement. It's just not how it works. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm sure my take on all that is probably lukewarm to some people as well, but it's just, that doesn't mean I'm going to go down that route just because some people are like, oh, you're not hard enough on this or whatever. It's like, well, it's just not my personal viewpoint, so I'm not going to just go and cater to that because some people might get mad. My thing is I think my take on things like that is very simple. It's like, I don't like that, the media goes out of their way to sort of overcompensate to portray or indoctrinate certain viewpoints, but at the same time, I don't really take issue with choices that individuals make in their personal life. It may or may have not been influenced by that indoctrination, but I don't know, and it's also not helpful to go at people for those type of things. You just have to live, like, if that's something that's strongly important to you for whatever reason, then that's the life that you need to live.
I think it's at this point in time probably impossible to achieve that kind of purity, but I would agree. There are some people that are like, this is the way it must be, and it's like, I don't care either way.
Well, it's like I said, you know, for me, it's more of just it's just the point of like pushing certain things. Like you don't have to push things. Either people are going to get together or they're not. You shouldn't have to like do this force thing of. It's kind of like what they do with the trans thing, where it's like, oh, you're this if you don't, you know, include these people in your dating pool. It's like, well, that's dumb. And the more you try to force things like that, the more people are going to push. Did we just get minied?
We did.
Uh-oh. The more you try to force things like that, the more some people are going to push back. Like, you'll always have the people that'll fall for whatever because they think whatever you're doing is some sort of portrayal of inherent goodness. But at the same time, you also create a subset that wants to push back, and maybe you're creating more of an enemy than ever existed. I don't know what the hell we're supposed to do in here.
I guess it was just supposed to give us information.
Yeah, like honestly, I just feel like all the, you know, the diversity pushing and the social justice stuff, all it has done is just create more backlash to that stuff and less acceptance. So it really accomplished the opposite of what they claim to want. Which, you know, honestly, maybe that was the purpose the whole time. I don't really know.
I mean, I've hated that specific thing for a long time. I mean, I had to deal with it for a long time anyway. I had to deal with it for at least 4 years, where everything was about diversity, and it's like, these are just people that look different.
Yeah, it's just a very thin veneer, and I guess I don't have enough money to buy any of it. I'm spent.
And they used to indoctrinate this and that stuff regularly. I mean, I still hate the fact that they made us take that forced picture that I always talk about.
Yeah, it sounds so dumb. I just think the more that you focus on certain things, the more it sheds light on it and does like the opposite of what you're claiming to want to accomplish.
I made that point back then, and they didn't want to hear it because they knew better, which seems to fall right in line with
Frozen World? I don't remember that.
That seems to fall in line with how they are now, where it's like they want to tell the people they claim that they're protecting what to think and how to feel about things. It's like, I don't feel that way. I don't agree with any of this.
Oh wow, you can jump out. I guess I can't. How did you make that? That's interesting. Yeah, it was the forced diversity picture. That's what it was. It was just they asked you guys to take a photo just to kind of like prove how diverse the school was or whatever.
Yeah, it was like me, this girl from Taiwan, and I was with my friends. One was Jewish, one was Indian, and so they're like, this is just a great picture of diversity. So, and then there's this one girl who my nickname for her was 10 Cents. So, you can, yeah. And so she the person, she wasn't really even a teacher. She was like a computer lab administrator or something. And she was like, look at this. We have some Chinese, like she was Taiwanese.
Whoops.
We have Mexican, and we have black, and we have a quarter Japanese in there.
Oh wow, a whole quarter. We got Rin.
Yeah, there were 2 quarterlings actually, if I remember correctly. Yeah, she was a quarter. Yeah, so there were 2 of them, and so They're like, yeah, we've got all of this stuff in here. So, all right, I want all you guys to gather in front of the door to the school and line up side by side to take this picture.
Now I remember this boss. Now that the Frost Salamander showed up. Wait, can I use this ring more than once? Okay, I can. I'm gonna start using my magic items here. Oh, that's useless. So the spell works just like it does in the game. In invisibility, it only keeps you invisible if you don't attack. Like once you attack, you reveal yourself. Let me go.
You gender reveal yourself.
Yeah, what a useless skill.
But yeah, they did that, and I'm like, yeah, you had to find the one black person and the one Taiwanese person who happened to be in the same place at the same time. And then some of these other people were my friends, so of course I'm going to be around them.
Oh, this is dumb. What am I missing? Alright, I gotta have some other kind of... I can light him on fire, maybe? If I can get close enough. His stupid tail.
Another funny thing about that administrator is, I don't know how you would call this, because she wasn't a weeb because she wasn't in the anime and stuff, but she was like anything Japanese was good. I believe at one point she became like the coordinator or whatever for the school for any kind of Japanese related event, whether if they came to the school for something or they had the summer trip where they go to Japan. Any one of that was all coordinated through her. Once I think they stopped having a Japanese teacher, an actual native Japanese teacher that could handle that work.
Okay, you can't hurt the gargoyle, apparently. Oh, wait, there we go. Oh, the Alright, so it's like... It's also like the game where you need a magic item to damage a gargoyle. Oh, fire was definitely the weakness.
One would hope.
Japanophile? Yeah, I guess that might be the word.
That's what I used to say, man. Or as one semi-popular YouTuber says, Nihongo file.
Is it the tomboy shopkeeper?
Please, we don't use those words anymore. It's gender fluid.
Oh, no.
Or non-binary. Because when you think about it, that's all that is.
Yeah.
I'm not non-binary, so you're a tomboy then.
Like, oh, okay. You call it weeb trash? Well. Oh. That key will probably come in handy. Oh, I know. I have a feeling I know what I'm thinking of there. A certain username. You call yourself the N-word in the shower and hit yourself? That's abusive. On multiple levels. But I think we've come to expect that of you by now, so.
If it doesn't make sense, we expect it. I'm guessing it's Becky.
Yeah. See, you don't even have to see to know. Can you imagine dealing with a gender fluid person? Well, yes, I can.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine dealing with a fictional character.
Maybe not in real life, but I've certainly had enough of that BS on the internet. Before they deleted my good video.
Yeah, once it got to 100K views.
Like, it's spreading too fast. Wait, what is there something still left here, or is this just a... I guess it's just a treasure room or something.
It appears to be just a treasure room.
This is going to be living armor or something, right? No? You can push this. Where am I supposed to go? My strength score is not 18, as you can tell. I guess you can push it a little bit better than I can. I would hope so, being the fighter and all.
I was going to say being a man, but that works too.
That is also important.
There's a thing you definitely can't say nowadays.
Being a
You
man, yeah. Well, I'm also not sure it applies anymore. Now it's just like all those Nintendo React guys.
Oh, that I felt embarrassed for those guys when I saw that.
It's like they make the... Man, people used to think gaming was gay. Well, what is it now? Because, holy shit. That's some of the gayest stuff I've ever seen.
And it's like, where do they learn this facial expression from?
Yeah, it's a really strange choice. I wonder who started it. If you could pinpoint it back to the person who really popularized it on the internet.
Because I've never had the thought that I need to make that kind of facial expression.
Certainly a weird choice.
I also don't have a soy beard either, so that helps.
It's Reddit energy. Limited edition digital. Oh, yeah.
That's my favorite kind of limited edition.
I can't open that chest, unfortunately. Oh.
I remember this tower from Mega Man X4.
Apparently he's not taking damage yet.
Damage is a social construct.
You can't have HP in video games. That means somebody is getting hurt. And if somebody's getting hurt, you have to stop and question your actions. Oh wait, that was a poison cloud. That did nothing.
I mean, we're assaulting literal people of color.
He's a shadow elf. That's I guess that's pre-Drow. Or the Mystara version of Drow.
Yeah. It's actually funny just thinking randomly how much Western RPGs have pretty much just copies this mythos.
Yeah, it is kind of insane. And then like that influence even crossed over overseas, like the beginning Dragon Quest and
Final Fantasy. Like half their Bastire or Bastiri, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, I never know how to say it.
I thought it was Bastiri, but
It looks
half
like
of
it
that
is, but I don't know.
half of that is based on Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
Ochu,
I remember
Ogre.
finding a chart where somebody had gone through and they documented which monster in the monster manual correlated to what Final Fantasy 1 creature. It was pretty interesting. I mean, most of them you know because the names were exactly the same, like Ogre, of course, and Goblin, and even Imp if you want to leave the Americanized name.
But not the Beholder, or not the Eye,
Bestiary.
rather.
I guess Bestiary makes sense. Yeah, Dragon Quest is still pretty much this style, but it's like, it's got the Toriyama stuff that designs that kind of differentiate it because it's such a even among anime, it's sort of a unique style, even though a lot of the characters can look very samey. Like, you just know it's his artwork whenever you see it.
That is true.
Okay, I have
The
one
only-
silver arrow, and of course it missed, so I don't know if I can kill the gargoyles. I guess you can hurt them. I don't know if you have, like, a magic sword or what. But for whatever reason, they're resistant to mine.
If I can actually hit them.
Damn. Let me see if I have anything else. How about this? I don't know what it is. Oh, there we go. I don't know what that was, but it worked. So, I won't complain.
Story of my life.
What's your favorite Dragon Warrior?
Mine?
Yeah.
The third one.
Yeah, you know, I think overall mine is the third was the third one too. But I also really like 5 and 9. I mean, I like them all really to a degree, but all the ones I've played, I haven't really given 7 a shot. I've played very little of 4, but I did like it.
I do like 4 as well, and I go back and forth. But last time I played 3, I realized how much I've actually enjoyed 3.
Oh wow, he was trying to vor you.
Yeah.
Oh, my turn. You're playing 8, you found only the 3D can keep your attention. I guess you might like 11 then.
And well, 9 if you count. If you
Oh yeah,
count
9
8,
too, that's
9
true.
includes you too.
And the remake of 7 now, I guess.
And the PS2 version of 5.
I probably should play 9 again at some point. I only went through it once.
I'm at the end, so I need to just finish it. 6 and I'm at the end of 6 and 9, and I
May
just
I
need
help?
to.
It's an orc shopkeeper? He just does like ellipses when you try to touch him. Understandable. Okay, I'm good. Game should have stayed 2D.
Well, I mean, 11 lets you kind of do that.
Yeah, you can switch back and forth. I mean, they do it in a really interesting way, though, where it's like you kind of have to replay some of what you covered, depending on where you do it.
Yeah, yeah.
3 and 5.
I
6 was disappointing. I never... Well, I did play 6 a very, very long time ago, but very little of it. I just remember getting my ass kicked by spotted slimes, and I was thinking, wait a minute, why are slimes destroying me? This is weird.
Am I playing the right series?
Yeah. Of course, that was back when I was using an emulator without a controller, so I didn't have much motivation to give emulation a shot because I was just annoyed by keyboard controls. So, you know, I didn't...
Not to be confused with tank controls.
Yeah, I didn't continue on with that. I mean, although, if you're gonna play anything with just, like, keyboard directional arrows, an RPG would be the way to go because, you know, it's slower paced, and... Like, playing Super Mario Brothers that way, you should just give up on life.
Sunset yourself.
There you go.
I keep trying to get into 6, but it's not easy. And I typically like games with class systems, but...
You like the original 7? Yeah, I mean, it looks cool, but when I hear that it's like 120 hours long, then I'm like, oh man, I don't know if I'll ever finish.
I'll have to open my save file. I don't think it was 100, but it's pretty long.
I think if I got it back in the day of PS1 when I wanted it, I probably would have, done it and put the time in. But now it's like, I don't know.
Well, I did, and then I just stopped playing it for a long time.
Yeah, I think I'm like a 30, 40 hour game type of person at this point.
Yeah, because people were saying 11's like almost 100 hours, but I put 60 into it. So I
mean, I don't know. Sometimes things tend, like, even if I like the game, sometimes if it drags on a little bit, it just kind of overstays its welcome. I mean, it also depends on what the story is and the gameplay and stuff, but
that was one time where it didn't feel like a chore the whole time. I think I got it in early July, and I've finished everything except I guess some of the missions by mid-August. I haven't gone back to it since because it's an involved game, but and I have the 3DS version because I wasn't gonna.
Oh, that reminds me. I want to download the demo for that 13 Sentinels game on my PS4. See if I want to buy it or not. I meant to do that earlier. Oh, here we go with these damn gargoyles again.
This is nothing like the animated series.
No, we didn't even get transported to a fantasy world. We were just born here. How awful.
And we're all the characters from the original show.
Oh, whoops, I pressed the wrong button.
Where's Keith David? And Marina Sirtis? And Reducto? I like how the Gargoyles TV show is pretty much a bunch of Star Trek actors.
I never realized that, I guess.
Yeah, there's people from Next Generation, from Deep Space Nine. They all brought their voices. And then Keith David.
I just really liked the show, though, because, well, I mean, first of all, it was an interesting idea, but also I liked that it just had, like, a real continuity to it. There weren't many Western cartoons, like, for kids back then that really did that. And it always bothered me.
Yeah,
unless it was just like a funny kind of cartoon or whatever, where it makes sense to have all these self-contained kind of things.
There was a, I wonder if some of that had to do with the fact that it was how those shows were syndicated, if that's why it was just, because sometimes there was a continuity, but because it was in syndication, the networks just showed it however they wanted. But I don't think Gargoyles was ever in syndication. But I know like DuckTales and all that were in syndication. So
right.
Really we only made episodes, like maybe 70 episodes over the course of a year or so. But because it was in syndication, you just saw it all the time.
This guy has one of Cloud's swords.
Yeah, I think that one's called the Heavenly Cloud.
Oh, that's so annoying. How many more silver daggers? I do.
I did say Dark Warrior 2 would be harder than the original, which isn't true.
Well, that was like a homing missile.
Well, I don't know how much of that playthrough you saw, but boy, is that game not easy.
Which one?
The second one. When I played it a couple weeks ago, I only took 2 days to beat it.
Oh man.
Specifically the part where I would get into battles and then the enemy got to attack first, and they used a spell that instant kills you, and so they just instant kill the entire party.
That's terrible.
And even bosses have that. So there's a boss in the final dungeon that can do that. And I was tempted to play the remake, and then I looked at it, and it looked like they made bosses have more HP in the remake.
Of course.
So I'm like, I thought this was supposed to make things easier. And it just looks like you made it harder.
Damn. He's almost dead, too. There we go. You want to watch the Super Mario Brothers Super Show? I haven't seen that in a long time either. I like the Super Mario Brothers 3 because they had all the power-ups. I mean, you can't go. I guess you can't go wrong with the live-action segments from the original show. Those are pretty funny. But. Are dragons a big part of the story of Dragon Quest games, or is it just because Toriyama works on it? I don't know why they named it that.
The last boss in the first game was a dragon.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the last boss of the first game was the Dragon Lord, so that makes sense.
And to rescue the princess, you had to fight a dragon.
That's right, yeah.
That's all I can think of.
And then it sort of just strayed away to different types of final bosses. But they kept the dragon monsters.
They did. The second one has those same dragon monsters towards the end of the game.
He's the greatest of the Grand Masters. Well then. Am I alive? Where am I? Oh, I couldn't move. Being molested by a black dragon here, holy crap. Okay.
Well, at least this title fits. We went through dungeons and we're fighting dragons.
It all makes sense.
I would say if any title doesn't really make any sense, it's Final Fantasy. and Tales of made more sense later on. There's no mention of Fantasia in Tales of Fantasia, but just taking the name of something else.
It would have made sense if it stopped at Final Fantasy 1.
Speaking of Tales of Fantasia, I still have nothing but contempt for that boss battle.
Yeah, it looks pretty rough. That dark, I almost called it dark wave, but that wave technique. Too much damage.
And there was a time when he just kept using it over and over.
Uh-oh. Speaking of Dragon Lords, she transformed.
This is a woman's true form.
Dragon Lady? Oh my god, I don't even remember. This must have been hell in the arcade.
I can imagine a lot of quarters spent.
Yeah, I guess this is kind of the one thing that I wish would be accommodated for when they did like home ports of arcade games, because you always have to take into account that, you know, at the end of the day it's an arcade game, so they're looking to make money off of it, but they never really balance it out for like a home release. It's always just a port, and they're like, well, you could just have all these credits. It'd be nice to see something that was balanced for a home release. Wow. Can't dodge any of this. Okay, there we go. Well. Look up the Dragon Warrior commercial. Used to go all out for commercials.
I remember that one they did for 9, where it was like, I'm a level 8 whatever, and
Wow, I don't know how you dodge that if you're just... I think instant death in an arcade game is kind of corny.
but boy, did they love to do it.
Especially if it seems like it's not... You're not able to dodge it. I mean, maybe there's some kind of secret to that attack that I just don't know about. But damn. I always make the mistake of I dodge the fireballs. You can dodge the fireballs by going up at the top of the screen, but then once she comes back down, you got to go down 'cause she does the claw swipe.
This game taught us not to trust sorceresses, so anybody who played Final Fantasy VIII should have known.
Wow. Yeah, this would have been a major game over. I don't know what that guy was supposed to do, but it seemed like it did a lot of damage.
You would have at least gotten a pizza out of the deal if you made it this far in the arcade.
Yeah. Oh, wow. There we go. Dragon Warrior commercial 1989 on YouTube. Defeated sin. All sin has been destroyed. You're welcome.
She'll win in the end, though.
They always manage to win in the end.
She'll find some sense, and then she'll make a comeback like Belle Delphine did, and Pokimane when I met her.
Fleet of
I had to
Starshipers.
I had to take a break from social media, guys.
But I'm back now, and I'm here to apologize.
And now I have over 1 million followers on Twitter for wearing makeup and putting tape over my nipples. I mean, I'm sure she's probably buying followers too, but not all of those look to be bought.
Now you have to beat Jecht in this weird heavy metal boss fight. Samantha Bee is out campaigning against white militias. What is going on? I don't even know who that is.
Apparently, S is a criminal did objects, so...
Oh. Okay, well, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time around.